Let's take a moment and go through the audio settings menu on Pioneer's DEH-X2700UI. From any source, we can press in on the volume control, and we can enter into the menu, and we want to choose the audio settings menu. There's audio, and we can press enter. The first thing that comes up is fader. Please note that if in the initial setup you've chosen the subwoofer output for your rear speakers, the fader control does not appear. It goes straight to balance. In this case, I have full range set up for my rear speakers, so I have a fader control. I can enter into the fader control by pressing enter. Right now it's set to the center, and I can fade to the front or to the rear using the volume control. Take that back to the center. I'm going to press the go back button here, and I'll roll over to my next setting, which is the balance control. I can enter the balance control by pressing in on the volume. Right now the balance is set to the center. We can move it to the right or to the left using the volume control. You can choose the setting that works best for you. We'll press back and we'll roll over to our next setting, which is our EQ settings. For more information about the equalizer, check out the EQ settings video. Let's roll over to our next setting, which is loudness. Right now loudness is turned off. We can press in on the volume control to switch loudness on to its low setting. Touch it again to switch to the mid setting, and one more time for its high setting. If we touch loudness one more time, the loudness control is switched off. Let's roll over to our next setting, which is our subwoofer control. Please note that if in the initial setup you have chosen to make both your rear speakers and your RCA output full range, the subwoofer control is not in this menu. So right now our subwoofer is switched on and it's set to its normal phase. We can press in and switch the subwoofer to its reverse phase, or we can turn the subwoofer output off. For right now we will switch it on to its normal phase and roll over to our next setting, which is our subwoofer control. We'll press in on subwoofer control, and right now our crossover frequency is set to 160 Hz. We can use the volume control to choose a different frequency. Once we've chosen a frequency that we like, we can press in on the volume control and switch over to our boost or cut for our subwoofer output. And we have a wide range of boost and cut to work with. We'll take that to a slight cut, press in again on the volume control, and we can choose between 24 or 12 dB per octave slope on that crossover. Once you've made your selections there, you can press the back button, and we can roll over to our next setting, which is our bass boost. Press in on the volume control here, and with our bass boost we can't go below 0. We can only boost up to +6 and back down to 0. We can hit the back button and roll over to the next setting, which is our high pass filter settings. With our high pass filter setting, we are talking about the speaker level outputs compared to the subwoofer. So let's press in on the volume control here, and you can see that the high pass filter is turned off. If we roll over on the volume control, we switch the high pass filter on, and we can choose a frequency for that high pass filter. Once we've chosen a frequency for the high pass filter, press in on the volume control and we can switch over to the slope. Right now the slope is set to 12. We could also make it 24 dB per octave. And we can go back out and roll over one more time. This is the source level adjuster, or SLA. Source level adjuster refers to the volume of any given source as compared to FM. So right now we're on the CD source. We'll press enter, and we can make the CD source appear to be a little louder or a little quieter as compared to FM. So if you're on the AM/FM source, the SLA menu here does not appear on the radio because the source level adjuster works compared to FM. So USB iPod or auxiliary will show you the SLA source. The AM/FM does not. And this is the volume compared to FM. So we'll make the CD volume a little louder as compared to FM. At any time, you can exit the menu by pressing the band button.